Raptors, another big win, another big win. Because as a Raptor fan, I'm looking for that sixth seed, and we got a big win against the Timberwolves. Have been great this season. We had Siakam with another great game. Of course, offensively, it wasn't the best, but he was doing everything else. Rebounding, defending. After that first half, that first quarter, we were clicking on all cylinders. Siakam with his second career triple double. He was dishing out to the open man. We had Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is everywhere actively. He was guarding Kristaps Porzingis, not Kristaps, Karl Anthony Towns whenever they switched on to him. Did a good job on the wing players like Anthony and Edwards, and we just had a great team win. Honestly, for VanVleet, honestly, after the All-Star break, he is really simmered down. Honestly, of course, with injuries and things like that, but he was active defensively. That guy was stealing. He was stealing everything. He was a great catalyst for us. And then Gary Trent Jr. We all needed a Gary Trent Jr. game. We really did, and we finally got it because he's been quiet the past couple of games. But of course, in Gary Trent fashion, that guy had 29 points, 2 rebounds, and no other stats. That guy is a strictly shooter, and you can see there, efficient shooter too. This was OG Anunoby's best game since he's been back. He was cash from 3, and that's the thing. OG, Gary Trent, and Thaddeus Young shot really great from 3. Like, they shot 10 for 12 combined, or 12 for 15 combined. And when the Raptors are shooting like this from 3, we just couldn't miss. When we shoot 50% from 3, it's hard for the Timberwolves to beat us, honestly. It's really hard. And then we had Thaddeus Young. That fourth quarter, Thaddeus Young is going to be a rotation player, it seems like, and he's shooting the ball well. I didn't think Thaddeus Young was a great shooter. He probably still isn't, but the past 2-3 games, he's been showing us that he was a great pickup by Masai Ujiri. And once again, you have to believe in Masai. You just have to believe in Masai. Bench play, Greg Boucher came in. This was probably his worst game in a while. He's been our most steady player off the bench. But Precious Chua, he had that one full court shot that didn't count, but he played great. This was just a great win, top to bottom. And I like this from us. We need these big wins against these great teams, because when playoffs come around, and we might go up against the Celtics maybe, because the East is very, very tightly packed. We could verse the Celtics. We could verse Miami, honestly, because the Celtics lost to us, and now they lost to the Miami Heat today as well. This is a tight race. It's a tight race, and I can't wait to see who we go up against. If I'm the Raptors, I'm wanting to play against the 76ers, to be honest. I feel like they're very one-dimensional, and I feel like with our length, we can pose them the greatest threat, honestly. Especially when you know Seth Curry. I think the Raptors fare the best against the 76ers. And the other team I'd like to verse is probably the Bulls. It would be great to see DeMar DeRozan in playoffs when he comes to Toronto. It would just be great to see everything. And I think the Bulls are a great matchup to play against as well. We are now 2 games ahead, maybe 3, honestly, and ahead of the 7th place. So depending on our next games, I know we have some tough games. We have the Magic, so after that win, hopefully to win, we're looking better and better, honestly. But this is just a great win from us. We need to continue this great play. But the only problem I have is, as good as Siakam is playmaking, if we have no playmakers off our bench, and the playoffs is going to look very, very bad, because I love that everyone's 6'8". I love that Thaddeus Young came in and was part of the program. We have Chris Boucher, who's been great. Precious Chua can handle the ball, though. He's been great as well. But VanVleet being our only ball handler might pose a threat, especially if he gets into foul trouble. Because I have no faith in Armani Brooks, even though we signed him to a contract, or Malachi Flynn. That guy's still been injured. He hasn't got a lot of minutes. And this is the time when we get our rotation down. And it's looking like our starting lineup is Fred, Gary, OG, Siakam, and Scotty Barnes. And on the bench is Precious Chua, Chris Boucher, and depending on who we play, Kim Birch might get more minutes. He might even start. Like if we're going to 76ers, Kim Birch might start. And Kim Birch last year, I loved him. I loved the passing he does. He just hasn't shown, maybe because of foul trouble, not foul trouble, injuries, hasn't shown the same spark we needed. Maybe because last year we had Aaron Baines, and he can't get any worse than Aaron Baines. But he didn't show this. He hasn't shown the same spark, and I feel like he's gonna be out of rotation. And I like Kim Birch because he took the pay cut because he could have got paid more this last summer. But he chose to stay here, chose to play in Toronto, and honestly, that must be a tough thing for him side, especially for someone that he's a good guy, he's a good locker room guy, that makes all the right passes. He's just not aggressive enough. He provides defense, but he's not aggressive enough. And Precious Chua, who taken most of his minutes, has shown his aggressiveness, has shown his nice touch. Who Kim Birch has his touch, and I think that was the only thing I had on Kim Birch. Like he generally has, of course, the defense, but offensively he has a touch. But Precious Chua has shown that he now knows how to pace himself. He now knows what things to do, and he's been an integral part of our bench unit and the team as a whole. We're clicking all cylinders, and after this home stretch, we have won 4 in a row. It's just great scenes as a Raptors fan. If you like the video, subscribe, and peace.